The wildlife photographer really felt like he had shot the picture of a lifetime. A jaguar just calmly lying on a tree. It was a picture he could look at for hours. David also suspected this might be a rare species of jaguar due to its specific print, and thus he went to renowned biologist Dr. Maria Hernandez for confirmation. But Maria saw something very different in this picture. This animal might be much more special than David could have imagined. Dr. Maria Hernandez was clearly stunned into silence after seeing the picture that wildlife photographer David had shown her. At first, David had just been hoping the woman would confirm his suspicions, and he felt excited like a child due to the potentially incredible discovery the picture had made. He wanted to show it to the world, but Maria quickly put a pause on those plans. To David's shock and surprise, she told him that he could not show this picture to the world yet. It needed to be kept a secret, at least for now. David was unsure of what to say, but Maria continued. She asked David if he could bring her to the location where he had encountered this beast. She needed to see it with her own eyes. David was somewhat hesitant about this proposal. He had just returned from a 4-day expedition and was ready to have a bit of a rest. And on top of that, he had seen the jaguar about 2 days ago. The chances of this creature still being in the exact same location, or even anywhere close to there, seemed to be very slim. And besides, why would he even have to listen to Maria's call for him not to publish the picture? He had just wanted her confirmation that he was actually dealing with a rare jaguar specimen, but he was pretty sure of this fact himself, and she was trying to stop him from gaining a lot of notoriety with the picture, and she did not even tell him why exactly. Maria saw that David had his doubts and once again tried to convince him that she needed to work with her there, but she added that if her worries were confirmed, then David would become much more famous from this picture than he could have ever expected. In her eyes, this was more than just a rare species of jaguar. Now she had David's attention. As a wildlife photographer, there was nothing more that he wanted than to be recognized for taking an amazing picture, one that would reveal something completely new about the animal world. It was the greatest badge of honor you could receive, and David had been searching for that approval from his peers for years. And so, without much further hesitation, David shook Dr. Maria's hand and promised to take her out into the Amazon rainforest the very next day, if she was ready for this. A trip like that would need a decent amount of preparation, but both David and Maria were a bit impatient, and so they tried to collect their supplies, maybe a bit too quickly. They booked a flight for the next morning and were in Brazil, ready to start out on their mission not even 24 hours after their first meeting. Their excitement was clearly evident. But while David had done multiple trips to these parts of the world, it was the first time for Maria, and she would soon realize that she had grossly underestimated the challenge. It was about a 1.5-day trip to the place where David had photographed the jaguar. It was not easy terrain to traverse, and Maria was not exactly in the best shape. She drank a lot of water, which she would sweat out nearly instantly again, and they were quickly going through their supply. David had only brought water for 3 days for 2 people, but with Maria drinking much faster than he would, the supply would not last anywhere near that long. But he did not realize this as it was happening. His sole focus was on getting to the location of the jaguar as quickly as possible, in the hopes that they would still be able to find it. Maybe they could even try to follow footprints or something. David had even brought a small cooler with meat to potentially lure the animal, but this of course did bring a lot of risks with it. David and Maria, combining his tracking expertise with her keen observational skills, embarked on their quest. Traversing the challenging Amazon terrain, they faced the oppressive heat head-on. Surrounded by rich biodiversity, their spirits were high with anticipation. Anticipation, however, as the day progressed, their efforts to locate the elusive jaguar remained fruitless. Frustration mounted as they realized the magnitude of their challenge. The day concluded without a single sighting, highlighting the creature's elusive nature and setting the stage for their continued pursuit in the dense jungle. The dense foliage of the Amazon presented a formidable obstacle. David and Maria pressed on, navigating through thick underbrush and overgrown paths that seemed to swallow them whole. The heat was relentless, sapping their energy with every step. Despite this, they remained determined, scanning the environment for any sign of the jaguar. Their journey was a testament to their resolve, yet the jungle's vastness made their search feel like looking for a needle in a haystack. As hours turned into days, The initial optimism of David and Maria began to wane. Each potential lead seemed to evaporate as quickly as it appeared, leaving them no closer to finding the Jaguar. The realization that their task was far more daunting than anticipated began to sink in. The Amazon's sprawling expanse offered countless hiding spots for the Jaguar, making their search not just challenging, but seemingly impossible. The relentless heat and the constant dead ends tested their patience and endurance. David's expertise in tracking, which had served him well in past expeditions, seemed to falter against the Jaguar's natural stealth and the jungle's complexity. Maria's observational skills, sharp as they were, could not penetrate the dense cover that shielded their quarry. Their frustration grew with each passing moment, a reflection of the daunting task ahead. The sun set on another day in the Amazon with no sign of the Jaguar. David and Maria were forced to confront the reality that their quarry was not just rare, but exceptionally elusive. The dense and unforgiving jungle had thwarted their efforts at every turn, emphasizing the Jaguar's mastery of its environment. The day's end brought a mix of exhaustion and determination as they prepared to continue their pursuit, undeterred by the challenges that lay ahead. In a bid to outsmart the Jaguar, David employed his predator knowledge to set up a meat trap in a strategic clearing. With meticulous care, he chose a spot he believed the Jaguar couldn't resist, while Maria documented each step of the setup. Their approach was marked by a blend of hope and caution, aware of the unpredictability of their target. The trap, they hoped, would turn the tables in their favor, bringing the elusive creature into the open. The night was long and filled with restless anticipation. David and Maria kept a vigilant watch from a safe distance, their eyes scanning the darkness for any sign of the Jaguar. Every rustle of leaves and snap of twigs heightened their expectation, but as hours passed, the moment they so eagerly awaited never materialized. The silence of the jungle, punctuated by distant calls of nocturnal creatures, only served to amplify their growing unease. Disappointment as dawn broke. David and Maria approached the trap with a mix of eagerness and apprehension. The first light of day revealed the untouched bait, a stark testament to the Jaguar's unpredictability. Despite their strategic efforts and the allure of the meat, the creature had eluded them once more. This revelation, though disheartening, underscored the complexity of their mission and the cunning of their quarry. The untouched trap prompted a moment of reflection for the duo. David pondered the nuances of predator behavior, considering what adjustments could be made to improve their chances. Maria, meanwhile, documented the outcome, her notes capturing the mixture of strategy and unpredictability that defined their quest. Their discussion, though tinged with disappointment, was fueled by a determination to adapt and persevere. This setback served as a stark reminder of the Jaguar's elusive nature. David and Maria realized that traditional methods might not suffice in this unique pursuit. The untouched trap not only highlighted the Jaguar's unpredictability, but also its intelligence, capable of evading human encroachments on its territory. As they packed up the trap, their resolve hardened, ready to employ new strategies in their ongoing quest to uncover the secrets of the elusive Jaguar. As David and Maria delved deeper into the jungle's heart, the Jaguar revealed itself with startling silence, emerging like a phantom from the dense foliage behind them. This sudden appearance sparked a moment of intense fear and wonder, their eyes locking with the creature's gaze. The majestic predator, a mere shadow moments before, now stood as a tangible testament to the wild's unpredictable nature. The initial shock quickly gave way to survival instincts. David and Maria, driven by a primal urge to escape, navigated the jungle's labyrinth with newfound urgency. Their flight was a blend of terror and exhilaration, a physical manifestation of their respect for the Jaguar's prowess. This encounter, while terrifying, underscored the fragile boundary between observer and participant in the natural world. Despite the fear, there was an undeniable exhilaration in witnessing the Jaguar's majesty up close. Its sleek form and penetrating gaze offered a fleeting connection to the wild that was both humbling and electrifying. David and Maria, though fleeing for safety, carried with them a deepened appreciation for the creature's beauty and the raw power of nature. Once they deemed themselves safe, David and Maria paused their breaths. Heavy hearts pounding, the Jaguar had not pursued them, its message clear, a reminder of their place within its domain. This encounter left them shaken, but also filled with a profound sense of awe for the creature they had sought so fervently. The fear had been real, but so too was the exhilaration of coming face to face with one of nature's most magnificent predators. In the aftermath, as they recounted their escape, David and Maria felt a mix of relief and reflective admiration. The Jaguar, with its silent approach and sudden departure, had granted them a rare glimpse into its world. This experience, terrifying as it was, enriched their understanding and respect for the Jaguar, reinforcing the unpredictable and awe-inspiring nature of wildlife photography and research. The dynamics shifted dramatically as David and Maria sensed the Jaguar might now be tracking them. This reversal of roles plunged them into a heightened state of alertness, moving through the jungle's dense maze with utmost care. This sustained focus on potential threats tested their physical and mental endurance as they navigated the jungle's complexities. The strain of feeling potentially hunted added a palpable tension to their movements, forcing them to rely heavily on their instincts and each other's strengths. The pressure of being possibly tracked by the Jaguar demanded every ounce of their resourcefulness and endurance. David and Maria found themselves devising innovative ways to mask their tracks, using natural cover to their advantage and communicating silently to avoid detection. This challenging situation pushed them to their limits, yet also showcased their ability to adapt. Pressure, facing shared vulnerability, and the real possibility of danger brought David and Maria closer together. Their mutual support and reliance on each other's judgment became the foundation of their strengthened bond. This shared experience of being potentially hunted by the Jaguar, while daunting, underscored the importance of teamwork and trust in overcoming adversities as they settled into a temporary camp for the night. David and Maria reflected on the day's events. The experience of possibly being hunted by the Jaguar had not only tested their survival skills, but also deepened their understanding of the natural world's unpredictability. This reflection brought a sense of humility and a renewed appreciation for the intricate balance of life in the Amazon, highlighting the profound impact of their journey on their perspectives in the quiet of the Amazon. Maria's keen observations and analyses of the Jaguar's behavior and tracks led to an illuminating breakthrough. Her scientific expertise allowed her to discern patterns that pointed to the Jaguar's unique nature, far surpassing their initial assumptions. This discovery, documented with meticulous care, began to form a compelling narrative about the creature's significance, suggesting its extraordinary role in the ecosystem. As they pieced together the evidence, David and Maria realized they were on the cusp of something groundbreaking. Maria's ability to interpret the Jaguar's movements and behaviors, combined with David's photographic evidence, wove a story that hinted at the Jaguar's unparalleled importance. This was not just a rare animal, it was a living testament to the Amazon's untold secrets and the complexity of its inhabitants. The realization of their discovery filled them with a profound mix of excitement and responsibility. Understanding the potential implications of their findings, David and Maria recognized the importance of their next steps. The need for careful consideration and strategic planning became paramount as they contemplated how to share their discovery with the world without compromising the Jaguar's safety or the delicate balance of its habitat. In the stillness of their camp, under the dense canopy of the Amazon, the duo reflected on the magnitude of their discovery. The realization that they had uncovered something truly significant was both exhilarating and daunting. The narrative they could tell about this Jaguar had the potential to reshape our understanding of wildlife conservation and the mysteries hidden within the world's largest rainforest. As dawn approached, bringing with it the sounds of the waking jungle, David and Maria contemplated their future actions. They understood that their findings not only highlighted the Jaguar's unique nature, but also carried a weight of responsibility. And deciding how to proceed required a delicate balance between the thrill of discovery and the ethical considerations of conservation. Setting the stage for their careful journey forward, understanding the potential ramifications of their discovery. Advocated for discretion, choosing to keep the details of the Jaguar's unique traits confidential from the public eye. Her decision was rooted in a desire to ensure a responsible and measured approach to disclosing their findings. She reassured David, promising that the photograph he captured, along with their discovery, would eventually earn him the recognition he deserved, but only once they had taken the necessary precautions. Maria's promise of significant recognition for David's work ignited a spark of anticipation. She outlined a vision where his photograph, symbolizing their groundbreaking discovery, would be celebrated. However, she emphasized the importance of patience and strategic planning. Discussing the need to collaborate with scientific and conservation organizations to ensure the revelation was managed with the utmost care and respect for the ecological balance. The duo began to strategize on forming partnerships with leading scientific bodies and conservation groups. These collaborations were seen as crucial in crafting a narrative around their discovery that was both informative and protective of the jaguar's habitat. Maria's foresight in navigating the complexities of such a revelation showcased her commitment to both the integrity of their findings and the broader implications for conservation efforts. As they delved into the logistics of their plan, David and Maria found themselves walking a tightrope between their desire to share their discovery and the need to protect the jaguar's environment. This balancing act required careful consideration of the timing, manner, and scope of their announcement, ensuring that the spotlight on their discovery would also shine a light on the importance of preserving one of the planet's most biodiverse ecosystems. Looking ahead, David and Maria prepared for the day their findings would be unveiled to the world. They were mindful of the impact their work could have on conservation efforts and the understanding of jaguar populations in the Amazon. Maria's strategic approach to keeping their discovery under wraps for the time being was a testament to their dedication to responsible science and the ethical considerations that come with such a significant revelation. David's initial frustration with the need for secrecy began to fade as he grew to trust Maria's judgment. He recognized the wisdom in her cautious approach to unveiling their discovery, understanding the potential consequences of premature exposure. This shift in perspective marked a pivotal moment in their partnership, as David acknowledged the importance of a measured, thoughtful reveal to the world. As they made their preparations to depart the jungle, fortune smiled upon them in the form of a hidden water source. This discovery provided not just physical relief from their thirst, but also a symbolic moment of refreshment for their spirits. The serendipitous find allowed them a pause for reflection, appreciating the journey they had undertaken and the profound lessons learned along the way. This moment by the water source became a contemplative pause as David and Maria reflected on their adventure. They considered the challenges faced, the knowledge gained, and the unexpected twists their journey had taken. It was a time to acknowledge the growth they had experienced, both professionally and personally, in their pursuit of the elusive jaguar. The lessons from their expedition were many: the value of perseverance, the importance of respecting nature's secrets, and the realization that some discoveries require patience and discretion. These insights, born from their unique experiences in the Amazon, would stay with them long after their return to civilization, influencing their future endeavors. As they packed their gear, ready to leave the jungle, David and Maria felt a sense of completion mingled with anticipation for what was to come. Their adventure had been transformative, setting the stage for the next phase of their journey together. The hidden water source, a symbol of nature's generosity, offered a fitting end to their expedition, leaving them with a renewed sense of purpose and a deeper bond forged by their shared experiences. The journey back to civilization was charged with anticipation. David and Maria, minds buzzing with the potential of their discovery, contemplated its impact on scientific knowledge and conservation efforts. The return trip served as a bridge between their adventure in the wild and the impending responsibilities awaiting them, igniting discussions on how best to leverage their findings for positive change. Once safely back, their focus turned to strategizing the announcement of their discovery. They understood the delicate balance required to share their findings while safeguarding the jaguar's well-being. Crafting a narrative that would captivate yet educate the public, without endangering the subject of their study, became their paramount concern. David and Maria meticulously prepared for their interaction with the media. They aimed to control the narrative closely, ensuring that the story highlighted the scientific significance and conservation implications of their discovery. Anticipating a wide range of public reactions, they planned to emphasize the need for responsible engagement with the natural world. In all their plans, the protection of the jaguar remained at the forefront. They sought to present their findings in a way that would increase awareness and support for conservation efforts, without compromising the safety of the jaguar or its habitat. This careful consideration underscored their commitment to ethical wildlife research and conservation. As they finalized their preparations, David and Maria stood on the cusp of sharing their groundbreaking discovery with the world. Their journey from the depths of the Amazon back to the realms of civilization had prepared them for this moment. They were ready to unveil their findings, hopeful for the positive impact it could have on the future of conservation and scientific understanding. David and Maria dedicated time to rehearse their messaging, focusing on articulating the scientific significance of their discovery. Their preparation was meticulous, aiming to communicate the importance of their findings without endangering the jaguar population. This rehearsal process was critical, ensuring their public presentation would accurately reflect the balance they sought to maintain between sharing their excitement and honoring their responsibility towards wildlife. Their discussions often returned to the dual feelings of excitement about the discovery and a deep sense of responsibility towards the jaguars. David and Maria worked to perfect a narrative that would convey their enthusiasm for the scientific breakthrough, while underscoring the imperative to protect the jaguars. This balance was essential in their minds, shaping how they planned to introduce their findings to the world. As they fine-tuned their presentation, ethical considerations were paramount. They strategized on how to use their platform not just to highlight their discovery, but also to advocate for the conservation of the jaguar's habitat and the broader ecosystem. Their message was crafted to inspire action and support for conservation efforts, reflecting their commitment to ethical research and stewardship. Anticipating the wide range of reactions their discovery might elicit, David and Maria prepared to address questions and concerns from both the public and the scientific community. They aimed to foster an understanding of the jaguar's importance to the ecosystem, preparing to navigate the curiosity and scrutiny their announcement would undoubtedly provoke. In the final stages of their preparation, David and Maria reviewed every detail of their planned announcement. From the phrasing of their statements to the implications of their findings, they were determined to make their reveal a moment that not only marked a personal achievement, but also contributed positively to the field of conservation science and public awareness. Their careful preparation was a testament to their dedication to making a meaningful impact. The public unveiling of David and Maria's findings thrust them into the global spotlight. Their announcement, revealing the juvenile jaguar's unprecedented size, captivated audiences worldwide. This revelation sparked widespread fascination and ignited speculation among scientists and laypeople alike about the potential genetic and environmental factors contributing to the jaguar's extraordinary growth. The news of the jaguar's size spread quickly, leading to intense interest in the scientific community and the general public. Discussions and debates flourished across various platforms, with experts pondering the implications of such a discovery. Questions about the jaguar's habitat, diet, and genetic lineage became focal points of inquiry as researchers sought to understand the conditions that led to its remarkable size. The speculation surrounding the jaguar's size prompted a surge in research interest, with scientists keen to investigate the genetic and environmental factors that could explain this phenomenon. The possibility of a unique genetic mutation or an exceptionally nutrient-rich environment offered exciting avenues to study, suggesting that the Amazon might still hold secrets yet to be discovered. As discussions continued, the narrative began to crystallize around a singular captivating idea. This juvenile jaguar could potentially grow to become the biggest jaguar ever recorded. This prospect not only highlighted the significance of David and Maria's discovery, but also underscored the endless mysteries and wonders hidden within the natural world, waiting to be uncovered. The global attention on their discovery had a significant impact on conservation efforts. The fascination with the jaguar's size brought renewed focus to the Amazon's biodiversity and the importance of preserving its unique ecosystems. It served as a powerful reminder of the need for continued environmental stewardship and the protection of endangered species and their habitats, inspiring action and support from around the world. David's photograph transcended its initial purpose, evolving into a symbol of their extraordinary discovery. It captured the essence of their journey and the significance of the jaguar's unique size, earning David the recognition he had sought for so long. His work, now emblematic of this significant find, underscored the blend of artistry and science that defines wildlife photography. The acclaim that followed was beyond what David had imagined. His photograph and the story it represented drew accolades from both the scientific community and the public. This recognition was not just for the remarkable image he had captured, but for the role he played in highlighting an unparalleled aspect of the natural world. David's name became synonymous with a groundbreaking discovery that had captivated the global imagination. The attention drawn by their findings propelled further interest in the Amazon's mysteries. David's photograph served as a gateway for discussions about the vast, unexplored territories of the rainforest and its inhabitants. It raised important questions about biodiversity conservation and the unknown variables that contribute to the unique characteristics of its wildlife. The impact of their work went beyond immediate recognition. It inspired a new wave of explorations and research in the Amazon. Scientists and adventurers, motivated by the story of the juvenile jaguar, set their sights on uncovering more of the rainforest's secrets. David and Maria's discovery became a beacon for the importance of exploration and the potential for future scientific breakthroughs. As the narrative of their discovery continued to unfold, David's photograph emerged not just as a piece of visual documentation, but as a legacy. It represented the confluence of curiosity, science, and the indomitable spirit of exploration. The image and the journey it encapsulated reminded the world of the endless mysteries awaiting discovery in the natural world, particularly within the enigmatic depths of the Amazon.